sin, when it is full ground, brings forth death.
Brings forth death. So we see that the Bible is actually saying that blessed is anyone that endures temptation, withstands temptation. For when he is tried, he shall receive the crown of life which the Lord had promised to them that love him. So we are bound to be tempted. And each time we are tempted, our faith grows even stronger when we are tempted. You know? And God does not tempt anyone with evil. And God will not tempt you for evil so that you can fall. No. But God can try you, but He's not trying you for evil. He's not trying you that trouble should come your way. That is why He declares somewhere in 1 Corinthians chapter number 10. Yeah. Verse 13. It says, there had no temptation taken you but such as is common to man. But God is faithful, who will not suffer you, who will not permit you to be tempted above that ye are able, but will with temptation also make a way to escape, that ye may be able to bear it. You see, that's what God does. He tries you. And when He does that, He makes sure that you are able to bear it, that He will stretch you to that end, and you will find a way out. He Himself would allow you find a way out. That is to grow you up. Does that to grow you up. But temptation itself, when you are tempted and then you are drawn away of the power of that temptation, that calls it the lust, and you are enticed into it. All this entire verse produces 7 steps in that temptation. What will happen before you actually fall? Do you want to know that?
Yes.
Yes. Now, temptation begins with a thought. It is a thought of evil. You are tempted with a thought, an idea. And when that gets into you, it sticks right there. And it develops a strong imagination. You begin to imagine what you are thinking about. So you are being tempted at that moment. And your mind starts running into that strong imagination. That's when that temptation begins to draw you away, according to what the Bible says. One is trying to receive the crown. Oh no, let no man say, but I am tempted of God, because God cannot tempt to evil, neither tempted he any man. But every man is tempted when he is drawn away. That is that word begins, that you begin to imagine and think of that thought in you. If it is to eat very much, it's gluttony. And the Bible says it's sin. And you are thinking about it. You've heard that you say, I am going to eat a lot. But then you start imagining how nice it will be to eat a lot. You are drawn into that idea. Or to do any other mischief, you are drawn into it. You are drawn away of his own lust. So now the lust there you begin to delight in what you're thinking about. You begin to um, view it as nice already. You're going downward. That's the third level. You've stepped down. And then, as you are thinking about that, admiring it, the next thing that happens is that you'll be enticed. How are you enticed? When your will is being weakened. Your will, your strength is being weakened already. You are giving in to that idea. And it says then when lust has conceived, when lust conceived is yielding. You now yield to it, but you have not fallen into temptation yet. You've moved down to the fifth position, yielding to it, but you have not collapsed into it. And it says, then when lust has conceived, it bringeth forth sin. Sin is the act. Then now you begin to eat that food you are doing, that is the act of it, and it declares brought forth sin, and sin, when it is finished, that is when it is full, when you are finished eating it, it bringeth forth death. So there, death comes, you are completely tempted, and you have fallen, and you are gone. So, these 7 steps in temptation helps us often as we are tempted, we are going down, tempted, you are being drawn away, you begin to like what you are seeing, your will is being weakened. By the time you get to this, prayer has taken you out. Yes, that's why it doesn't matter what's going on with us. If we are being tempted, it's good to pray. And if it is God tempting you, he has a way of bringing you out. But if it is of the devil being tempted, it will take you right through if you do not withstand, especially where your will is being weakened. Once you are enticed into it, that's all. All these things are found right there. It's right there from verse 14, between verse 14 and 15.
That's chapter 10, right?
Chapter 1.
Chapter 1.
James has no time.
James, not 20.
So I just thought that I should give you these tips so that you can understand. When that temptation comes, it could be anything, it could be anybody coming to you for whatsoever, or any idea. Because once that temptation comes, there are things that will happen. And of course, what will be the solution apart from prayer? We'll find this in verse 21. The solution to this temptation, it says, wherefore lay apart all filthiness and superfluity, all what is in you which is not right, superfluity of naughtiness, and receive with meekness the engrafted word which is able to save your soul. That's the answer. And verse 22 brings it out completely. It says, but be ye doers of the word and not hearers only, deceiving yourselves. Temptation will not be there if it don't catch you down. Just that. The word. And then be doer of it. If you receive the word, says, now, that thing is temptation, don't get onto it. You have to manifest it. You have to practice it. You have to do it. Yes. You have to say, okay, to do it, is to speak forth, is to manifest it, is to carry yourself away in obedience to the word from that darkness, and you'll be saved. So temptation, it takes you 7 steps down before it happens. Between 1, 2, 3, when your will is being weakened, you must be out in prayer. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
That is very clear. All right. I'm getting out of this seat now. We're going there. How to receive prophecy. We're going there. I need to prophesy my stomach.
Amen.
That was funny.